Hey guys, I'm sick. Yay! I've been sick for like a good 4 days, really enjoying it, kind of over it. Really over it. But even though I'm sick, I wanted to make a video because I have a story to tell. Many of you guys know that I just spent the last week in Wisconsin visiting my girlfriend, and on my way back, I tweeted, I can now officially check off getting escorted off of an airplane by the police from my bucket list. Can you do that? No, you can't. You can't! And many of you guys were very concerned. That was cute. But instead of typing a novel back to each and every one of you, I decided, story time. So sit back, relax, and hock a loogie. Last Wednesday, I had 2 flights to get on. First one went very smoothly. Second flight coming home didn't do too hot. I've never traveled alone before, so this was me proving to everybody that I was an adult. Failed, though. When you hear the story, I absolutely failed. I was literally 4 hours from being back in LA. I was so proud of myself. I was like, you are an adult. You deserve a beer. Didn't get a beer, though, because it was expensive, and I was like, not gonna do that. So I had a Dr. Pepper, and there you go, the end. Little did I know, apparently soda makes you dehydrated. No one told me that. Apparently that's true. Still don't believe it. And when you're sick and dehydrated and on an airplane and me, those don't go ever. So I was doing all sorts of stuff. I was listening to music, watching movies, kind of on the internet. Why do they offer free Wi-Fi if it's gonna take the entire duration of the flight to load your Facebook page? Which, by the way, I don't accept friend requests from people I don't know, so just letting you heads up, guys. I was also sitting next to a very nice lady. She was pretty much asleep the entire time, so I was like, chill! Fast forward to about 25 minutes before the plane lands. All of a sudden, I feel not good. I stopped feeling sick like a cold and started feeling more sick like in I'm gonna pass out, I'm gonna be unconscious in T-minus 10 seconds, so can we... I've said this in previous videos, I'm very good at passing out, do it all the time. Apparently no one thinks that's a medical issue. So I thought maybe it'd be a good idea to put all of my stuff in my carry-on because it would require me to put my head between my legs. So I continued to sit there and I thought to myself, I'm just going to... And then I blacked out. I woke up to a tap on my shoulder. It was my seat partner. She was like, hey, did you fall asleep? And I was like, yeah! Yeah! Totally! Usually when I become conscious again, I feel rejuvenated. I feel like I just woke up from a 10-year nap. Didn't feel like it this time though. So I scrambled through the screen on the back of the seat looking for the flight attendant button. After violently pressing it numerous times, I came to the realization that that button is actually completely obsolete. It doesn't do anything. Or at least in my seat it didn't. Cool. There was a glimmer of hope in the front of the airplane. However, I was conveniently placed in the far, far, far back. There was a flight attendant coming up the row collecting trash, and I thought if I could just stay conscious till she gets here, I can make it. So she finally got to my seat and I said, I just passed out. Is there somewhere I could lay down possibly? I think it might happen again. My seat partner then chimed in with, I think she also had a seizure. So... you know. So I was like, cool. Now she knows I lied to her before about sleeping. Great. So the flight attendant goes and gets 3 other flight attendants, and we start having a flight attendant party. However, I'm not a flight attendant, so why was I invited to this? They all start asking me questions until one of them comes over with an oxygen tank. I hear on the loudspeaker, is there a doctor on this aircraft? We have a medical emergency. They sat me down in the last row with a large man. Still don't know if he was the doctor or just a really friendly guy. So I've got a flight attendant holding my oxygen tank and a large man holding my leg telling me pleasant thoughts. And the plane finally lands. But before anybody is able to get up, I hear, please refrain from getting up or accessing the overhead compartments. We have a medical emergency. In walks in an LAPD officer straight to the back of the plane to get moi. He tells me to get up and grabs me by the arm, like literally like this, and drags me off the airplane. That image mixed with like police walkie-talkies being like, made me look like a straight up criminal. Every single person on that like 900 seat flight turned their head to look at me. I was trying so hard not to laugh because I was like, this is kind of cool because I'm not actually in trouble, but this is also the single most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me in my life. So I got off the airplane, there was a wheelchair waiting for me, I had all these wires hooked up to my body, they pricked my finger, it kind of hurt. So that was my story about how I conveniently got escorted off an airplane by the police without actually doing criminal activity. It was actually a really cool experience aside from the being unconscious that one part, but nonetheless. So I hope you enjoyed story time. I'm gonna go sneeze. Or whatever sick people do. I don't know. See you later, suckers. Woo!